Okay, this next page you should have is titled, When Two Parallel Lines Are Cut by a Transversal, What Angle Pair Relationship Exists? You will really need to pay attention to this because you'll actually have to do an assignment that is related. So we're going to start at the top and then we'll work our way around. We start off with corresponding angles. And again, we covered corresponding angles, I believe, in our regular vocabulary. But basically, they're the same location, or they're the corresponding mean same position. It says same position. That's two words. Sorry. Okay, and so we're going to look at this and we figure out which angles do we have that are corresponding based off of our vocabulary that we have, which is here. You should have completed first. And corresponding angles we notice are here and here. So let's see if we can look at this graph and find all the corresponding angles. So this line here would represent our transversal. So first I want to kind of draw an angle to that. Okay. And so our corresponding angles are also equal. So if this corresponding angle on angle 1 is 70 degrees, the corresponding angle is also 70 degrees. So we have angle 1, and the corresponding angle to angle 1 is angle 5. And this little sign here I'm writing is a symbol for angle. Okay, then I have angle 4 and angle 8. Those two are also corresponding. Go ahead and pause the video and see if you find any other corresponding angles, and then check and see if you're right. Okay, so I had angle 1 and angle 5, 4 and 8, 2 and 6, 2 and 6, and then also 3 and 7. So if 2 is 110 degrees, 6 will also be 110 degrees because they're equal. Then we have alternate interior angles. And then as we learn from my vocabulary, it's interior angles that lie on the opposite sides of the transversal line. Those angles are also equal. And remember that interior means inside. So if I tell you angle 2 is an interior angle, the opposite of that on the inside would be angle 8. Again, go ahead and pause the video and see if you can figure out. So you should have angle 2, angle 8, and then also angle 3 and angle 5. Those are also, they're interior because they're on the inside of the parallel lines on the opposite side of the transversal. So then we have alternate exterior angles, and exterior will be outside. And those angles are also equal. Since we did alternate interior, again, pause the video and see if you can figure out which ones are alternate exterior angles. So hopefully you came up with angle 1 and 7, because they're both on the outside of the parallel lines, and then 4 and 6. So they're opposite, which is alternate, and then they're also on the outside of the transversal. Okay. Then we have same side, which remember, same side interior, which also is referred to as consecutive interior. And we cover that here, consecutive. Consecutive interior, and I'm going to put this on my vocab, is also the same side interior. And we actually wrote that in the information where it said same side. So the same side interior angles, they will be the same side interior or consecutive angles are supplementary. And we learned a long time ago that supplementary angles equal to 180 degrees. They form a straight line. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do my same side interior. Same side interior would be angle 3 and angle 8. They're on the same side of the transversal. and they're inside of the parallel lines. And then also angle 2 and angle 5. So go ahead and write that down. So we have angle 3 and angle 8, angle 2 and angle 5. And then we're going to do the same side exterior or consecutive exterior. Remember, exterior is our outside on the same side. Okay, so then if you look at that, those two angles are also supplementary, which means if you add them together, they will equal 180 degrees. Okay, and if the outside on the same side of outside of the parallel lines, but on the same side of the transversal is angle 4 and angle 7, and angle 1 and angle 6. So if I add 4 and 7 together, whatever the angle measurements are, that means they will equal 180 degrees. And angle 1 and angle 6, excuse my dog, they'll also equal 180 degrees. Okay, we also have vertical pair and linear pair. Vertical angles are opposite rays, and then linear, they'll also be sort of opposite rays, so we'll cover that in just a second. But our vertical lines are opposite rays, so like angle 1 and angle 3, angle 4 and angle 2, they're opposite rays. Angle 5, angle 7, angle 8, number 6, they're opposite rays, and those angles again are equal. So angle 1 and angle 3, angle 4 and angle 2. We also have angle 5 and angle 7, and angle 8 and angle 6. Those are vertical pairs. So remember, our vertical pairs, they're just opposite rays. So 5 and 7, they're the opposite rays. And they also will be equal. That is different from our alternate interior and exterior. We're just going just the opposite rays on the parallel line and the transversal. Okay, and then our last one that we have to cover is our linear pair. And our linear pair will actually be supplementary, not equal. And the word linear should stick out to you to know that that means it makes a straight line, which also help you remember that they're supplementary angles. So my linear pair will be angle 1 and angle 6. So if I kind of got rid of this middle part and I had angle 1 and angle 6, you'll see that it'll make a straight line. So angle 1 and angle 6. Or we also look at angle 4 and angle 7 will make a straight line. Okay, go ahead and cut this out, put it in your notebook, and we will have an assignment. I actually believe you should have an assignment that you're going to work on for practice and for homework, and then we'll go over it when I return. I will be here today. I'm just actually taking a half day. I have a doctor's appointment. So I'll see you guys later.